Hello there, Jose Rodriguez here, the 27th of April, Thursday evening. Tomorrow, around 10 o'clock, we're going to go over to Nathan's house and help Mom prepare for the festivities on Saturday. That's going to be huge. We're going to have about 50 people, including about 25, 30 kids. It should be awesome. I will take video of the event, and if you guys want to enjoy seeing Grandpa playing with the children and jumping in the little bouncy house, I hope I don't break a leg. Holy moly. Anyway, so that should be fun. But today, in fact, just a little while ago this evening, I was looking through my leftover pile of Red River papers, and I found a very forgotten type of paper. And I'm going to read you the specs in a minute, but as you know, I am all about refilling, and I am all about refilling original OEM cards. If there's a way to do it and prevent those cards ending up in a landfill or in some recycling place, doing anyone no good whatsoever, I am all for it. I am out there to try to come up with different techniques and processes to try to salvage this print from going into the landfill. My favorite cartridge, the PGI 29 card for the Pro 1. This one is full, but it does not have a chip. I have to buy some chips from Precision Colors. Those cards would have ended up in a landfill, because what happens is, even if you recycle them through someplace like Staples or Office Max or whatever the case, they usually end up being resold to other people who then sell them as a complete box of, say, 600, 1,000 cartridges on eBay for, a couple of $100. And then, it depends on who gets them, whether they can take advantage of and now these techniques are becoming more and more well known thanks to me. But anyway, that's all good. And so that's what I believe in. And so when I saw this paper with the name Green Pix by Red River, and sadly, of course, just my luck, when I start to revisit some of these papers, and this was a brand new box, I just took the plastic cover wrapping off of it a few hours ago. It is now being discontinued. So basically it is 100% recycled material type paper. In other words, let me read it for you. So it's 100% post-consumer recycled base stock, 62 pound, 254 gram, 11 mil, and the coating is microporous, photo matte coated back of product as uncoated plain paper. So only one side is coated, and of course they have ICC profiles for it, and it is a rather nice paper, and was being sold for very, very low, like a 50 sheet box for like $40. Here's the latest question and answer Q&A for this paper. Why are you retiring Greenpix? Greenpix is going into retirement because of low demand relative to the amount of inventory we must stock. As the exclusive supplier of Greenpix, Red River Paper must order and hold tons of Greenpix in our warehouses. Demand for recycled content photo paper is not keeping pace with our required supply situation. How sad. Can I buy a similar paper elsewhere? At this point, no. Greenpix is exclusive to Red River Paper. There are other recycled content inkjet papers available, but they are all lightweight in only roll format. Will you bring Greenpix back in the future? Possibly. The decision depends on demand and potential changes in the supply requirements from our source mill. Okay. I have about 46 sheets left of this, so I am going to put it to use. And I'm going to show you what I just printed with it. And of course, there are some other slightly heavier papers. The Magna cardstock matte from Red River is about a 300 gram paper, and nice and stiff, beautiful. Oh, my eyes hurt. Beautiful paper to print on your 3800s, 3880s, P800s, P600s, any printer that uses pigment ink with a good matte black. And so I am thinking of filling one of those Epson cartridges that I modify with that Ultra HD ink from Cone Colors, and then inserting it in lieu of the original Epson K3 matte black. That should improve the black density even more. But have a look at this. You've seen this picture before. Christine Bilby Photography produced this photograph and loaned me the file. And this paper is, again, not the stiffest paper in the world, but it has a beautiful quality to it. And it is 100% from recyclable material or paper that has been recycled. Very nice paper. And I see no inclusions of any kind in the back. I don't see any kind of fibrous content that makes it look inferior. Seems to be very good quality. And I would use this for proofing before I jump over to a more expensive matte paper. I think it would be a great idea to do that. Let's put this here. Hopefully they will bring it back. At this point, it seems like it's not going to happen, but I'm going to have fun with this. And again, very similar. The other matte papers that they produce, Polar Matte, and I think it's Pro Matte also. It's the same type of coating, beautiful results, very deep blacks. Here's my girls in color, beautiful. Have a look. And again, recycled paper, very nice. So that, in conjunction with my recycled cartridges, I'm turning very earth conscious. Here we go. Black and white conversion of that same image. Prints beautifully. I see no non-linear toning of my grays. Everything seems very neutral, very evenly toned as far as hue throughout the whole range from black to white. The detail is very good, sharp as a tack. I mean, incredibly sharp. For those who, maybe think that Red River is a lower quality paper, it's just lower in cost. It's not really low quality paper. I have had some very good results. And have a look at this one. How about that? Here, take a close look at this. I hope you can see the detail. So there you go. Beautiful blacks, beautiful detail. The skin just glows. And again, 3800 with OEM inks and Red River Green Pix paper, which unfortunately is no longer being produced. Why does that always happen to me? I should have done this earlier. Now, the only flaw that I see is that the paper, apparently the profile, and the fact that it's asking me to use enhanced matte as the paper type, it is laying down way too much ink and causing a bit of buckling that you can see here, especially these areas with a high ink density. So that's the only fault that I see. But like I said, you can use this paper or similar papers to do your preliminary printing on before you go over to their more expensive matte papers, and therefore, not waste a ton of money doing experiment after experiment. I just happened to be on eBay looking for Pro 1, Canon Pro 1. Just wanted to see what's out there because the printers are officially out of production right now. So if you guys want a Pro 1, this is the time to get them. Get them now. They are being sold for about $500, $600. I saw one for $660 something plus shipping with 50 OEM cartridges. All right. So you cannot beat that. And the next printer that will be coming down the pike, we have no idea what it might be. but I'm sure that in this coming year's electronic shows, I'm sure Canon will be out there promoting their new successor to the Pro 1. The Pro 1000 is my next target, but the Pro 1 is one hell of a good printer, and if you can find one, get them now while they are still out there, new in box. Remember, it's sold for $999.99. So if you can find one reduced to say $600 new in box, snap it up, because we have a fully working third-party option for it. Okay, so unless you want to jump over to the bigger, badder Pro 1000, if you want to stay with a 13-inch wide class of printer that produces incredible photographs, try to find a Pro 1. You got them all over on eBay, also local Craigslist. Look them up and you will find one. I had a Pro 1000 locally here going for about $1,100. That's a bit much. I just saw one for $999 plus shipping on eBay, brand new. But you know, that's a printer that has to be brought in a hand cart, and you need two people to help you set it up on your table. So it's not a printer for the weak of heart or the weak of stomach. This is a printer that requires full commitment from the user. And also, we are working on a third-party option for it. It's still in the works. Turns out that the chips are very expensive. Okay, they're going to be running about $15 a piece. But think about this, a cartridge is going to cost you about $55. So even at $15 a piece, plus the price of ink, say 80 ml of ink, you may still be paying somewhere around, I'd say, $20 per cartridge, and that's still a hell of a lot less than you would if you had to buy complete 100% OEM cartridges. So that is it. That's where we are at right now. I had a good day today on YouTube. I checked my analytics on a site called socialblade.com, and I think today, was it today or maybe yesterday, I had over 7,000 plus views, which is really nuts for my channel. Usually I get about 3,000, 3,500 views a day. So apparently my channel's name and just generally my information is being shared by a lot of people and landing in a lot of clubs and places such as that. And so I hope that increases the flow, if you get what I mean. All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And until the next time, happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.